what's up, everyone? So I know I said the last video I was going to do a review of the Digitech Trio pedal next, but this came, so I had to jump on it. This is a new Martin 12 string. It's the d12x1ae 12 string, so it just rolls right off the tongue. But this is kind of like the Martin budget, so to say, 12 string. These are about, I guess they go for about $650 new, but you know, it's definitely not cheap, but it's not the price of a typical Martin 12 string, which is, you know, $2,500, $3,000 and out. But it's a great, you know, step up if you're looking for a 12 string. I've been looking for a 12 string for a while, and I've been going back and forth between this and the Taylor 12 string that's in the, like, a little bit more. I think it's like $700. I looked at Washburn, looked at Ibanez, even looked at Ovation, but I kept coming back to this one. Just the sound, the playability, the look and feel of this is unreal. It definitely doesn't feel like a $600 guitar. It feels much more expensive. It has a solid spruce top that's hand rubbed. It has like this really nice satin finish. I literally just catch myself sitting on the couch and just like rubbing this thing. I don't know. You know, my wife's like a little jealous that I'm rubbing my guitar so much, but it just has this great feel, and just like the way everything is joined, I mean, it's flawless. The back and sides they're HPL to look like mahogany, so it's not real mahogany, but you know, it still looks apart. It feels amazing as well. And one of the pieces on here that's probably the most controversial is the neck. It's made out of Stratobond, which, if you can see, is tons of layers of wood just kind of glued and pressed together, and then formed into a solid block. You can kind of really see it on the headstock there. It feels so smooth. Again, it has a nice satin feel to it. It's ridiculously smooth. The fretboard, you can't even tell there's a difference between the neck and the fretboard. Just the way everything is sanded together and sealed. It's just, the craftsmanship on this is amazing. Yes, they're made in Mexico. They're not made in the U.S. in Nazareth. You know, just a couple hours down the road from here, but you can't tell. It just feels like such a quality instrument. It sounds amazing. It definitely has some heft to it. Then again, you have 12 tuning pegs on here, so it's definitely going to be top heavy on the headstock side. You definitely want to watch what you're doing and be careful with it. It comes with the Fishman. I can't remember which Fishman it is, but it has Fishman electronics inside. So you just plug in the back here. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but right inside the sound hole, there's like a dial here for tone and a dial for volume, and then there's a little bag in there that's velcroed with a wire that's the battery for the pickup. When I got this from Sweetwater, that was actually loose, like flopping around inside, so I kind of like dig around and get my hand in there to get it seated back on the Velcro. But other than that, you know, this thing came set up perfectly. The action is really, I don't know if you can really see that or not, but it's really nice and low. There's no buzzing or anything like that. The neck's totally straight. I mean, being that this guitar was $650, it's definitely no frills. There's no binding at all. There's not even fret markers on the fretboard. No inlays or anything like that. There is on the the top of the fingerboard on the side there, I should say, but not on the actual neck itself. But you know, it's not that big of a deal. Having these here is fine. But you know, just going back to the sound, it's just. yeah, it just sounds, it feels amazing. You know, I don't know if you can tell through the mic I'm recording this with. I'm using a Tascam stereo. What is it? The DR-Q7 MK2 or whatever. But I have it set up so it's recording in stereo. But this thing is so loud and fills the room so great. It just sounds amazing. There's a lot of low end, which I found on like a few other 12 strings I played with, that there's not really much low end there. I did find, and I'm going to plug this in a second just to let you guys hear the sound running through Logic. I definitely have the EQ like all the way up to about 100 hertz just because there's a lot of booming, especially like, you know, if you are hitting the sound hole off the palm of your hand while you're playing. It can get a little boomy, so I like to EQ that out. Okay, so I got this plugged into Logic. So here's how it sounds now. The tone and the volume. So the tone all the way down, all the way up, I think. Here's it all the way down. Volume, this is all the way up. Alright, so that's it plugged in. You know, if you have any questions, feel free to send me a comment. I'll see what I can do about, you know, making any kind of updates to it. But highly recommend checking it out. It definitely won me over. This thing sounds amazing. And what's great about this, it's one of those things. This usually happens when I get like a delay pedal or some crazy effect where next thing you know, you're like lost just messing around with it for like hours and hours before you realize that all this time's gone past. Every time I pick this up, I'll just end up like even doing something simple, like I catch myself just doing stuff like this. So recording that and then just playing over. I just start playing on top of that and just building things. I've even used this to like make like drums by hitting on the sound hole, like. And then just layering up all that stuff, which I'm not going to do now because it's going to take me forever. But the guitar itself, amazing. Highly check it out. You know, it's down to look and feel. This, for me, won out over the Taylor, which is probably the direct competitor. But, you know, go down, check them out. They're both amazing guitars, but I highly, highly, highly recommend the Martin. We'll talk to you guys later. See ya.